Hey everybody, this is Ron with our DIY Homestead, and today we're just going to do a quick little chore tour through on how I do our chores, and yeah, that's about it. We'll do the bees on the last. We'll feed them because I'll get all suited up for that and show you how I start the smoker and everything like that. So let's get started. Well, I have two of them because we got 14 hens, so we'll just make sure they got enough extra feed to get through their week. And right now, in the heat of summer, we are in the 100+ degree days every day. So we like to keep them fed, clean water. We actually put icy bottles in their water, and I'll show you that here in just a little bit. Okay, next would be cleaning out the waters, and what I do is I dump them out, of course. I got a little scrub brush. I rinse them out. Scrub on the inside, make sure I get everything clean. You want them to have clean, fresh water, and I do this every day. Okay, now we do the other one. And they'll come in here and I'll start picking through all the wet dirt, looking for bugs. Should have left a little water in there. There we go. Give it a quick scrub. With this heat and everything, really gets dirty because they're tromping through it, they're standing in it, all kinds of stuff. And then we just fill them up. Alright, so those are full, and I leave a little bit of space at the top because when I put the freezy bottles in, it'll fill it all the way up to the top, and it keeps the water cool for them for probably half a day or so. And we just like to have cool, fresh water. We just set them inside the, make sure they don't fall over. They'll last longer if you stand them upright. Just like that. Now the birds can get in there and they get some nice, fresh, cool water. Next thing we'll do is, I got a little kiddie pool for them. We'll get that all cleaned up and get that all refilled. As you can see, we've got vines growing in here, and what this is cucamelon, and my wife planted them actually for the chickens so they could pick off the cucamelons and eat them, and they do. But what it also does is it creates a sunshade on this side of the pen, and the girls just love it. So let's get this thing going. Get these vines out of the way. They do get a little unruly sometimes. They'll grow back. There's that. I'm going to rinse it out. And then we'll just fill it up. What this does is it just gives them extra water. Sometimes they play in it, sometimes they don't, but they love to just come over and drink out of it. And with these hot days, the more water the better. I don't know if you can see, but let's see if we can spin it around here. They love going and picking through the water that I dump. Sometimes it softens up some of the food that they put outside, and they go back and eat it. Nothing's really gone to waste. And we're full. And that is pretty much it for the chickens. Look around, look at them. I go through about once a week or so, and I rake up all the corncob husk and corn cobs, because we feed them scraps like that, and they love it. And I usually get it into a pile, and it lasts maybe an hour or so, but they've already dug into it and got it spread around. It'll be all over this pen as soon as this afternoon rolls around. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is the bees. I'll walk around here. I'm going to have to go suit up and everything, but at least I can show you what we're doing. We've got 2 hives. So we'll get these fed, get them watered, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, the first thing I do before I feed the bees is I get the smoker going, and we'll try it. It's a little windy today, not too bad, but I use a blowtorch instead of matches because I have a hard time getting this thing lit with matches. Sometimes with a torch too. But I just got some paper and I got some wood chips in there. I'm just going to get it going. More than likely it's going to blow out. Like it did. So we light it again. Get it going really good. See if this will work. You can see a flame coming out of the top. Whoop, there goes the torch. Put the top back on it. Looks like it's going to take. Just got to keep pumping it until get some good smoke coming out of there. Sometimes I have to relight, but with the wind it's going to be a little tougher today. And we got it. Try to keep it puffing every now and then to make sure it keeps going. I'm going to get suited up. Okay, we're out here at the bees now. I had the smoker going. Yeah, it's still going. And we're going to top off our internal feeders with sugar water. And I know I've mentioned this before in other videos. The sugar water mixture is 1-to-1 by weight ratio. So 1 gallon of water is 8 pounds. And so we add 8 pounds of sugar to the mix. I'll crack this top. Let me smoke around it first. Trying to calm them down a little bit. Smoker's not going real well, but we'll work with what we got. You probably hear a lot of buzzing. Hopefully not too bad. You can see them all up there on the top. Nice and calm. We'll crack open this lid to get inside. Just going nice and slow. You can see my internal feeder here. And all I'm going to do is top it off. And then since I inspected everything last week, I'm not going to pull it apart and look at everything. We just top off the feeders and let them be. And there's that. Now I always put everything back together the same way it came out. Yeah, you probably hear them, they're getting a little excited. Nice and slow so we don't squish too many bees. Let me put the top back on. And they are all set for another week. And we'll move over to the next one. Smoker's going a little bit, not a lot, but we'll smoke around it. This one, we will do the same thing. These guys are still sleeping. They'll be all out this afternoon when it gets hot. They'll come out and try to cool things off. You can hear them. Hopefully you can hear them. This one's not quite as active as the other one. But it's still going strong. Top off this feeder. And that's that. Put everything back together the same way you take it apart. You can hear them down in there. Let me see if I can crack one of these free so you can see it. See all the honey, all the cap cells. You can really see them busy on this side. But we'll put everything back the same way it came out so they don't get too disoriented. You can see all of them on the top. And that is the end of the chores. I will have to come back out and fill up their water, but we'll do that a little bit later once they calm down. And that'll be that for our chores. Hope if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty more things coming up. Sean's got a whole lot of good things coming up with a fall garden coming into play. And subscribe, like it, share it, and we will see you in the next video.